Today we will be solving problem 37 from chapter 7 of Principles of Microeconomics. This question is asking what would happen to the long-run average cost curve if there was an improvement of technology in the industry. And so we know that if there's an improvement in technology, we'll be able to produce things for a cheaper amount of money. So there's going to be a decrease in the indivisible setup cost. It's going to be easier to achieve economies of scale, and we're going to see a decrease happen more quickly and over more units for the long run average cost. What that's going to look like for the long run average cost curve is this. Say we have a quantity of 5 and a quantity of 10. So the long run average cost curve before we see this increase in technology is going to experience economies of scale until we get to a quantity of 5, and then it'll look like constant returns to scale. And this is the long run average cost curve before we made any changes in technology. Now, since there's been improvement in technology, our long run average cost curve is going to experience economies of scale for a larger number of quantities before it levels off to constant returns to scale. Basically, the downward sloping economies of scale portion of the curve is stretched out over a larger quantity of output. Now, what is this going to do for the firms in the market? New technology can shift the long-run average cost curve in ways that can alter the size distribution of firms in an industry. Sometimes, usually, this is going to result in a larger average firm size in an industry. So what this might look like is where Apple or Google have these proprietary technologies, and they're able to take sort of a monopoly on the market, and they're going to increase the average size of the firm since nobody else has this proprietary significant increase in technology. However, it doesn't always do this. Sometimes an increase in technology can reduce the barriers of entry into an industry, and more players can enter, more firms can enter the market, and the size distribution of the firms in the industry can increase to have a smaller average size of the firm. So generally, an improvement in technology will increase the average size of the firm in the industry, but not always.